Turning now to the ongoing crisis unfolding in the Gaza Strip, where the healthcare system is on the verge of collapse. The United Nations now says it may be forced to reduce or stop all humanitarian efforts today if fuel runs out. A spokesperson tells NBC News that the UN has two choices: rationing the fuel supplies that are left or choosing one operation to dedicate all of their resources.
President Biden is continuing to call on Israel to consider a pause in its military campaign to ensure that humanitarian aid is delivered to Gaza. During yesterday's news conference, the president called on Israel to abide by the rules of war and to protect Palestinian lives. He also outlined what the U.S. believes is the way forward in this war.
There's no going back to the status quo as it stood on October the 6th. That means ensuring Hamas can no longer terrorize Israel and use Palestinian civilians as human shields. It also means that when this crisis is over, there has to be a vision of what comes next. And in our view, it has to be a two-state solution. It means a concentrated effort from all the parties, Israelis, Palestinians, regional partners, global leaders, to put us on a path toward peace.
The death toll in Gaza continues to rise as Israel ramps up the number of airstrikes on the region. Israel also carried out new strikes against Syria overnight, adding to already growing concerns that the war could expand into neighboring countries.
NBC News correspondent Jay Gray joins us from Tel Aviv with the latest here. Hey, Jay, good morning. Let's start with the fuel crisis we just mentioned unfolding in Gaza. Officials say the next 24 hours are crucial to the survival of thousands of people who are waiting for medical care in Gaza. Walk us through what's at stake here. What happens if fuel doesn't reach those who need it, and also what happened with the aid convoys that were kind of helping mitigate some of the issues going on within Gaza?
Yes, Savannah, let's start with the hospitals and healthcare centers. They are those that are still operating, and many have been forced to shut down, but those that still operating with no fuel in the next day or so, they will completely shut down. That means no treating the wounded. That means no place for those who have been injured during these attacks to gather in. And so that's something that's top of mind as you go through the lack of fuel. We know that bakeries, and there aren't many operating, but there are some providing bread, which is for many the only food that they have right now. Those will be forced to shut down. If there's any water distillery plants that are still working with fuel, they will close. And so it just means a complete collapse of the entire aid effort within Gaza. And you talked about it, the UN deciding whether they'll ration fuel or pour it all into one facility. Just so you know what that means, they're right now sheltering 600,000 people displaced in Gaza. So that's quite a load.
So, Jay, Israel Defense Forces released video overnight showing a targeted operation in northern Gaza. They say the raid was in preparation for, quote, the next stages of combat. So this is not the ground invasion we've been expecting. But what more can you tell us about this raid? And can we then expect to see that ground invasion in the coming days?
It certainly looks like it, Joe. And this was by far the biggest incursion that we've been told about from IDF at this point. They did move tanks into Gaza last night in a support role along with troops. They took out operational structures, we are told, as well as anti-tank positions. They went in, they said, to clear the way for the next phase of this battle on the battlefield. And they used that term overnight about this incursion. So it would certainly appear that they are clearing the way and preparing to move all the way into Gaza. They continue to say they're going to do this on their terms and on their timing.
Jay, meanwhile, the United Nations Security Council has failed to agree on how to proceed with the Israel-Hamas conflict for a second time just this week. Both U.S. and Russia introduced resolutions on how to address this issue of humanitarian aid, but then Israel condemned the Russian resolution. Let's play a little bit of that.
The absurdity to call on Israel to rescind the call for temporary evacuation is truly unbelievable and goes against every value that this council represents. By demanding Israel to call on Gazans to return north, the resolution only serves to maximize civilian casualties, not mitigate them.
Jay, walk us through the divide that we're seeing here and what kind of criticism I know the Security Council is facing as a result of another failed vote here.
You know, as ridiculous as this sounds with everything that's going on, this has become a language issue. Is it a ceasefire? Is it a humanitarian pause? The other side of it is they are talking about whether Israel has the right to self-defense, and that's something that each side cannot agree on. What it boils down to is the UN at this point, with 2 failed resolutions and now working, they say, for a new proposal in the coming days, really looks weak, ineffective as far as dealing with this humanitarian crisis that just continues to multiply.
All right. Jay Gray reporting from Tel Aviv. Jay, thank you so much. Appreciate your reporting.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.